Definitely my toxic trait is thinking that I don't need to take breaks. As I just sat here as a potato on my phone for like 35 minutes, I realized the hard way that that wasn't true. But now I'm done. So let's get into it. The Dunk review of Elden Ring. He's definitely been playing this game more than me. I'd feel bad, but he's better, and that's just how it is. Let's get into it, then we'll get into some other reaction stuff to post today, and then we will get into playing Elden Ring. Let's do it.
Elden Ring is the biggest game ever made. When you start, the map is like this, and you go, damn, this game is big. Then you get teleported to the other side of the map and realize, oh my god, this game is big. Then you get teleported to the top of the map, and you go, whoa, this game big. Then you realize there's an entire other world underground, and a floating island, and a massive city, and an entire secret castle. 2 of them, actually. There are secret zones within secret zones within secret zones. So the absolute highest compliment I can pay this game is to tell you that I have beaten this game 4 times now. Right out the gate, we're ripping off Zelda. You literally wake up in a tomb, open a big door, and the game says go. No hand-holding, no bullshit, just go wherever you want to go. Except don't fight that guy, and don't go over here because you'll die, and don't follow the beam of light because that's a fucking scam. Elden Ring's gameplay loop is to put a bullshit boss in front of you and say, okay, now go into the world and find something to chop his head off with. Having a concrete goal like defeating a scumbag boss makes exploration feel that much more meaningful. And visually, this is a world worth exploring. Walking around in this game is like stepping inside of a painting. There are hundreds upon hundreds of scenic vistas which look impossibly curated and intentional, and the spaces in between are populated with an absurd array of creative enemies and bosses. FromSoft is famous for their enemy design, and they are really bringing the heat here, not only in sheer quantity, but also in terms of moves and variety. Penguins is in this game, doggy statues, doggy wizards, giant lobsters, vampire bats that sing the Halo theme. They got Pumpkinhead to be in this, stretchy lizard man. The list goes on and on and on, and you're saying, Dunky, please don't spoil this game for me, but I can't. This game cannot be spoiled because this game does not end, okay? This is Dark Souls 4, no end credits edition. But what's frustrating about Elden Ring is that for all the effort that has gone into the world and enemies, it feels like they only spent 10 seconds balancing this game. The difficulty in this game is best described as, what is the word I'm looking for here? Total fucking horseshit. This is an evil game made by an evil man, and whoever's job it was to balance the damage scaling on enemies did not show up to work for the entire making of this game. Just from saying that, already people are pissed off at me. They're saying Dunky sucks. I hate you, Dunky, nitpicking and biased. You only like Xbox. But always remember, I beat this. And this is fucking stupid. And I beat Elden Ring 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Because why? Because I'm the realest gamer of all time. And I say it's too hard. I am calling this game out. Not because it's a bad game, but because it's an incredible game that is held back by very poor balancing. Many of your deaths in this game do not feel earned, like dying to this stupid shit or losing 70,000 runes to the wonky platforming. So many enemies in this game can kill you in 1 or 2 hits, or kill you with a combo that comes out so fast it feels like 1 hit, or they can stun you into another hit, which also feels like a 1-hit kill, or they can just kill you in 1 grab, straight up. Having super...
What the fuck was that? Alright, that was the first thing that was legitimately a spoiler for me. I had not seen
enemies with crazy combos and unpredictable attacks is the fun kind of difficult. But making those moves hit for your entire health bar is fucking lame and cheap. Rewards. Now, what's fun about Elden Ring's rewards is you never know what you're gonna get. What sucks about that is you end up struggling in a cave for an hour to get a wizard staff that you can't even use. Look at this dude. He cannot actually turn around to attack you. He is worth 3,300 XP. Then you have this guy who can do this, and he can say this, or he can say this, and he has this move too. This guy, who has a ton of health by the way, is worth 3,800 XP. Only 500 more than the guy who can't turn around. Ow, wah! You think that's fucked up though? Look at these guys. They're literally sleeping. Watch what happens when I hit L2.
That was was cool. That was great.
I just got 20,000 XP for that.
What?
There are so many different weapons and spells and summons and special moves in this game that should make Elden Ring a wonderland for experimentation. But because the upgrade system is so rigid and stingy, you feel discouraged from creating wacky builds. And then on top of that, you have this late game difficulty spike where it feels like your character just got reset back to level 1. The end game bosses are so brutal and so fast that it ultimately funnels every player into using the same broken builds. It's probably starting to sound like I hate this game, but try to remember, I beat this big ass game 4 times. 4.5 actually. Clearly they did something right. Games like this are far and few between, so I want them to get this one just right. And the good news is that most of the problems with Elden Ring can be fixed by one dude with a slider tool. Just turn enemy damage down by 20, 30, 70%, and we're back in business.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Boom! That was good. I knew a Dunky video would have some spoilers of necessary stuff, but not enough to make the game unplayable. And I think I can obviously agree, Dark Souls games doesn't need to one-shot everyone all the time. But the game is clearly so huge and massive, they want it to be a work in progress. And I think I'm excited for that. They've proven with Dark Souls 3 they will continuously release DLC and maintain games far after its release. I think they plan on Elden Ring being the grand, like the GTA of the Dark Souls series. And I see that on the horizon. After playing the game, I can confidently say it's got everything in it. I feel zero need to rush through it. I've enjoyed everything in the early game that I've, wanted to. And I think I'm ready to head into the mid-game finally, into Elden Ring. So, with that being said, not a whole lot of people are going to see this, but if you guys are playing Elden Ring, I'll see you guys there. Peace.